We have a special guest in the house coming in to say "fuck you, shorty" to me, Mr. Swifty.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Come on,
Swifty.
talk us off the ledger. What's going on here? What do you have to say here, my friend?
I had to talk about Dexter for just a second because
Oh, right.
J2K made a good point, but it's also there's a little misled there, something that those guys missed. It's not the coaches never told him, "Hey, get off the line slowly," but his job was not to penetrate. That was not his job. And as a young guy who didn't start playing he played football when he was younger. So I don't. There's a mistake people saying he didn't start till he was 17. He played at 5 years old, played as a kid, but then when he got to high school, he switched to basketball. Freshman and sophomore year, he's playing basketball. He went back junior year, so he's still, as far as technique, he wasn't. I mean, he's not 100% comfortable. So when the coaches are telling him, your job is not to penetrate, your job is to see what this guy is doing and then go make a play on the ball, because you have the athleticism that you can read where the play is going, and then you can move that guy and go make a play. So his job wasn't to penetrate. It's not that he can't penetrate. He was the second most athletic offensive lineman in this entire class, or defensive lineman in the entire class. He had an RAS score of 9.5. His athleticism score was 120. Like, he's off the charts. He has the burst. His technique needs work, but you have to also, that's the biggest thing, is he can get off the line. You can see it. Watch his 2021 tape when he played a little bit different. They had him get off the line sometimes, but then in 2022, that's not what the coaches wanted him to do. If the coaches wanted him to burst off the line, he wouldn't have played like that all season, because you guys know how coaches are. These are college coaches. If he was being lazy and getting off the line slow, someone would have been grabbing him by the shoulder pads when he came off. Watch the tape. When he comes off the line, they're patting him on the helmet and smacking his ass. So he's doing what the coaches told him to do. And that's where it's like, hey, you gotta stop with the he can't get off the line stuff. The kid is extremely athletic, and I think he's going to be able to burst off the line. And I just want to make that point. I'm about to go record with Jordan Silvera. I don't want to take up all you guys' time, but I also want to say, fuck you, Shorty.
Fuck you, Swifty.
Hey, Swifty, real quick.
Here's
I asked this
good
in
point.
chat to everybody. Swifty, we can coach this up. There's no way Poles would have drafted him if he didn't see what the talent level is, right? I mean,
That's exactly, yeah. I mean, he has all the talent. I mean,
it's a question of how soon. Because here, so say you're doing something all your life, man. I'm trained. I played defensive end for a game, and it was get around that freaking. Get around the tackle under him, or any way you can, Foster, and grab that quarterback's ankle. Fight it, spit it, elbow him, whatever. So I'm trying to do this all these years, and then my coach says, dude, you can't do that anymore. You have to stop and wait. So that's just got to be a difficult task to do, even if you do it for one season, and then they tell you, so you've been doing that all year last year? We got you rushing. Now I want you to stop, count to one, and watch the play. I can't imagine having to make that change.
I think Greg Gabriel talked about it. He said Bilal Nichols did it at Delaware. I didn't watch a ton of Bilal Nichols tape, but he said that's the reason why Bilal fell so far in the draft, was he could also get off the line pretty well, but then the coaches told him, this is not what we want you to do. We want you to read and react. And there's different ways. The point that I think J2K, the thing he saw on Twitter, I think it was Jordan and maybe Michael Gus or something. It was two guys talking. Yeah, okay. That's the thing. Yeah, Jordan showed like a veteran NFL player who is playing gap and a half defense and also bursting off the line. But that's the difference. That's when you get in the NFL, that's what they're going to ask you to do. But when he was at Florida, that's not what they asked him to do. So that conversation and that tweet that you're talking about there, to me, it was misrepresentation of Dexter's skill set, because they weren't taking the whole thing into account. You got to look at his 2021 tape. And that's something I'm going to talk about with Jordan later, because he's the same guy. When you ask Jordan about Will Anderson, he's like, well, go look at the 2021 tape when there's something he didn't do in 2022. But then in that thread, they did not do the same thing with Dexter. So that I just had to disprove that, because to me, that's a narrative. This guy can burst off the line and you're going to see it. Like, he's extremely athletic. He's big, and the coaches. And if there's anything wrong with his technique, the coaches will fix that.
Hey, before you go, Swifty, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Being the group guru that you are, we got Nugget Warren, cornerback. We got Bears royalty with Sean Harris's kid, a defensive end. We got a local kid with the kicker. We got a local wide receiver, Pitts. Who's your dark horse UDFAs to make the squad?
The dark horse. I'll give you like my top 5. I mean, I like Tyreek Pitts, the wide receiver.
Me too.
I like Gabe Hoy.
Yep.
You got to be careful how you say that name. It sounds a little bit something like something else.
Do you
Gabe
like him
Hoy.
as a?
It sounds like it's.
Do you like him as a guard or a tackle?
Guard. His arms aren't like long enough, so he's a guard to me. Lorenz Metz, the tackle from Cincinnati, has some talent. He's 6'8" with massive arms. That's one thing that kind of everyone thought the polls wanted guys underneath 320 pounds on the offensive line because that's what they had him play at last year. We brought in 3 guys over 330 pounds. If you count the international guy we signed this morning, Lorenz Metz and Darnell Wright are all over 330. So it seems like they're changing their profile there, and they don't mind a little bit more beef up front. So I like that. And then the kicker, you mentioned Andre Smith's, like he's got a big leg. He was clutch. He hit over 80% in college. Like that's a guy who he might need a year or so, maybe let him bulk up and get used to kicking, but he could take Cairo's job. And then, of course, Nugget Warren. You guys haven't talked about him yet, but I love me some Nugget.
Yeah, we already talked about it, man. You missed it.
we were.
Oh, did you? Okay, I went away from it. I had to record.
Yep.
No worries, man. Oh, well rolled right there.
Hey,
See, I'm
Swifty,
not the only one, man.
Hey, Swifty, I'm not at home right now, which means I'm at my mother's house in Illinois. I can.
Hey, you're at your mama's
if you-
house?
if you would
That's why
like.
Kitty's not there. Okay.
Yeah, no, Kitty doesn't do this anymore. She's like, fuck that. It goes too long.
Oh, she's like, I gotta watch The Bachelor.
I was so bored by like an hour into it. Like, if you just make it an hour, I'd be okay with that. But Swifty, I got it going for you if you want to. Wait, hold on. Let's remove PJ from this situation because fuck that guy.
What's
And
wrong
if
with
you wanted-
PJ?
Well, no, just fuck PJ.
PJ's my homie. Don't
No
be
need to
hating
talk
on
about
PJ.
him on the air right now.
We
can figure that out.
Don't let them talk to you like this, PJ.
Don't fuck with PJ. Nobody fuck with PJ.
Yeah.
PJ's not
PJ,
cool,
PJ is
man.
a former police officer. Although I am in Illinois,
PJ wouldn't knock me out.
so this works, right? Because
Legal.
I'm legal in Illinois, right?
Sure.
Okay. Swifty, you want to go?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me
Ready?
get my...
1,
Bro,
2,
that
3.
shit like that shit.
Look at all the
Oh, let's just.
look at all the legal drugs that Triple R
doing my
takes.
vape.
What? You're doing a vape.
Peer
I'm
pressure.
still roll. I mean, I roll multiple, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna hit this with you at the same time. Ready?
Okay.
I won't do it on air for PJ left. Look,
PJ got mad. I love you, PJ.
Samo, you off quiet over there. JTK, nothing.
I've been dying to do that with you on my own show from day one, Swifty. Appreciate you, man.
I'm all
Much
up.
love, guys.
Samuel's Irish and he's not used to the light.
I just had to say that one point about Dexter, but I love you guys. I've been watching the show most of the night. My favorite part, though,
Samuel.
where was it? Oh no, I forgot. I had a favorite part of the show and I forgot it. It was Foster doing something.
It's always fucking Foster.
Which one? Fucking always. I'm my dumbass.
Uncle
Who's
fucking
saying?
motherfucking fucking Foster.
Did you see me give like go off on clip like a month ago with the meatloaf?
Oh yeah. Oh man.
What was that comedy show where speaking of Jeremy Munoz, where it says puff puff give, you can't mess up the rotation.
Yep.
Was that
Dan
Friday?
always be messing up the rotation.
Yeah.
Astaducci on the left hand side.
PJ, don't let them talk to you like that, man. This is your show, bro. You run this.
They forgot that I got the Ian with polls. You know what I'm saying? They forgot all about it.
Exactly, man. They forget about that.
PJ, I didn't. I don't forget that.
You
shit.
gotta
That was
remind
me.
them, bro.
That's all right. I'm
That's true.
coming up to Chicago and start slapping people.
Do it.
It's very
All right.
true.
I'm going to pick him up, dude. Make sure we
All
get
right,
it done.
Swifty.
Peace, everybody.
Love you, brother.
Thanks, Swifty.
We'll see you next time, my friend.
Damn, look at y'all.
Love that
Mr.
guy. Love that
Mayhem,
guy.
he's ripping the bong. Doug Van
Love that
Dorn,
guy.
he just made a hit. You
I
know,
don't know. I don't know what
Gervon pass it to
Retro's
the
doing
left.
with trips. Sucking on something.
Retro.
I don't think Retro knows how to get high.
Retro's the man. Retro
Hey,
is the
Retro
man.
been talking shit all
Look,
day.
Swifty and Shorty will help you out, Retro. Just get him
I'm
your
gonna-
number, dude. I thought you
Guys.
were coming on the show, Retro. You
Wait,
said you
some,
were.